Welcome back, everybody, to American Sunrise. So look, if you believe in faith, family, and freedom, then you're going to want to hear about AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. I've heard of them. AMAC is the conservative alternative to AARP, thank goodness. And they've built a growing community of patriots who want to preserve what's best around this country. So members get discounts on things like travel, insurance, prescriptions, helpful resources, and the popular AMAC magazine, which is full of thoughtful, pro-America content that keeps you informed. Mamdani is not a member, FYI. Now, right now, you can join and save up to 33% with a 5-year membership. That's just $1.20 a month. AMAC is really more than a membership. It's a movement. It's a voice. It's a way to take action and stand for the values that matter most. So what you do is you go to amac.us/sunrise and become a member today. Stand up, stay informed, join AMAC. Charge! For more, let's bring in AMAC spokesman, also a former Assistant Secretary of State. Oh, I'm sorry. He's also Maine gubernatorial candidate, Bobby Charles, our good friend. Bobby, great to see you this morning. All right, let's talk about this property tax revolt. It seems to be underway. It could prove, obviously, to be a critical, even decisive issue in 2026. How do you see this issue rising nationally? And you're, of course, the leading candidate for governor of Maine on the Republican side. So how important is that in Maine? You wonder if Maine is a bellwether on this property tax revolt. Here, how was that for a very long question? Good morning to you, by the way.
Hey, good morning. Honestly, David, it's a big deal. Property taxes are truly suffocating people all over the country. And when I say people, I mean both seniors and young people. And there are 7 or 8 states already looking at property tax. I'll call it a revolt, but it's property tax reform. Maine is one of them on the Republican side. But we have, states, Florida, Idaho, Illinois, Tennessee, Montana, I think Pennsylvania, all are considering big property tax reforms. In Maine, as the #1 state for property taxes, the highest property taxes in the country, despite having an average income of $42,000, property taxes are just suffocating people. And so as governor, I am going to turn that around. We are going to roll back all the Democrat mandates that have been pushed down on schools and jails and law enforcement and everything from the environment to the to the education system, and we're going to get property taxes back under control. A lot of seniors are on fixed incomes, and we have the largest population, the oldest population of older people here in the state, in Maine. We literally are the oldest demographic. So lots of folks on fixed incomes cannot afford these constantly rising property taxes. I had one couple call me, said theirs have gone from $2,700 to $8,900 in a year under the Democrat governor. It's outrageous. So everybody in the state of Maine is affected, and young people who it affects rents too, David. Young people have to rent before they can buy, and the average rent per month in Maine is $200 above the average income for those under the age of 35. So they don't get a chance to buy a house. We've got to get property taxes down.
This is insane. That's insane. 2,700 to 8,900. I mean, I live in a liberal state here in Maryland, but you got to be kidding me. That is insane. All right, Bobby, got to ask you about President Trump. He's making no apologies for shooting these drug trafficking boats out of the water when intelligence confirms they are part of the Venezuelan or South American terror group. Democrats, Bobby, are opposing this policy. So can you give us some perspective on all of this? I mean, you've been one of the country's top leaders in counter narcotics, who ran a $2 billion set of programs that help take down traffickers and terrorists worldwide. So help us through this.
Yeah, look, much is being made of nothing here, in the sense that the Democrats are attacking President Trump for something that is an extension of policy we have always had. We have always worked with Colombia, as well as Bolivia, Peru, a number of other countries, to help their law enforcement and militaries take down drug traffickers, #1. #2, we have probably for 2.5 decades, at least 2 decades, had a sniper policy where the U.S. Coast Guard in littoral waters can shoot out the engines of these drug boats. What Donald Trump has said is, look, these are now combatants. He designated some of these organizations as terror groups, and he said, these are combatants on the open ocean. They're bringing poison to the United States. It's like someone bringing a chemical weapon to our borders. And so we lose 100,000 kids a year. And frankly, it's probably larger than that, but those are the numbers we count as direct overdoses. In the state of Maine, we lose 10,000 a year. Actually, we have 10,000 10,000 overdoses a year. We lose hundreds a year. At the end of the day, we are in a position where if you don't go after these folks, they're going to come after us. So he's doing exactly the right thing. And I think we've got the cued intelligence. We know what we're doing. I think what he's doing is a perfect extension of where we've always been.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, real quick before we go, about 30 seconds, but people on the national level are starting to see Maine as like this possible red state revival in 2026. Do you see it that way?
I do. Maine people are finally at that point where they're saying, I've had it. I can't take it anymore. I am not going to allow the Democrats to control my life. In this state right now, we're a one-party state, governor, both houses, and all our constitutional officers. But we're just a teeny bit away from being able to flip the whole thing red. So what I hope to do is show folks here, show folks nationwide that Maine is the example of how you take a blue state and turn it red. We are sick and tired of the government being in our lives, telling us what to do, from property taxes to how our schools are being overrun by woke policies to high taxes to, I mean, it just, David, at a certain point, people do throw open the window and say, I've had it. I'm not taking it anymore.
Yeah. Bobby, how do people join the momentum there in Maine in your campaign? I got 5 seconds, 7 seconds. Go ahead.
Absolutely. BobbyForMaine.com. Every penny and every dollar and every prayer counts. BobbyForMaine.com.
Boom. Bobby, Charles, thanks for being here. We love having you.
Yes, sir.